If you have two eyes and you can see, it's pretty clear that Gen Z is cooked as a generation. I mean, we're not going to be able to afford homes. BlackRock and Vanguard are buying these entities. BlackRock and Vanguard are buying up all the houses, basically price gouging. And not only are these entities buying up all the houses in America, but also we have the boomers that basically hoard all the wealth and are buying or have ownership over a lot of the homes and real estate. And um, basically, it was all designed for us to fail at the start. Um, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know. I guess just my advice: do what you can, and you really only have two options. And I've said this in previous videos, but neither one is good. Or I guess I should say, not neither one is good, but it's really just to pick your poison, really, because the first option you have, go through the traditional route. That's not even safe anymore. Which is go to school, get good grades, go to a prestigious or a good college, graduate, land a job. Forget about even landing a high paying job. Just land a job at this point because no one's getting jobs these days. You know, when they say put the fries in the bag, it's an insult, right? It's like a Gen Z slang. It's like an insult kind of thing. It's kind of like an insult statement, right? Just put the fries in the bag, little bro. But we're in such a bad position right now as a generation that statement doesn't even apply to us anymore because people with bachelor's degrees are getting fired or are not even getting jobs at McDonald's. Like it's really that bad. So when they say put the fries in the bag, yeah, we're way past that point. So like I said, the first last thing you could do is just go through the traditional route, get a job somehow, some way, work your way up the career ladder or whatever, and just go that route. Um, and just go that route, or the other way, if you don't want to do the traditional way, is just either become a content creator, a streamer, um, own a business or do online business like entrepreneurship, freelancing, become like a day trader, or like do meme coins, or just buy meme coins or some shit, or just sell drugs. I'm just kidding. But nah, it's really got to that point where like these are really your only options. These two options. I mean, other than that, there's nothing else we can really do. I mean, from a overall structural like societal perspective, I mean, I'm not going to be able to change much in terms of like how bad everything is in the world right now. Like I said previously, job market's cooked, housing market's cooked, economy's cooked, everything is expensive. Political tensions are at an all-time high. We don't know what that's going to look like in the future, and now we have AI as well, and AI taking up all the jobs, and it's coming for all the jobs in all the industries one by one. And these companies, like I said, they don't care about you. All they care about is profits. They don't care about people anymore. The American dream is dead, and those are really, like I said, those are your really two options. Just but either way, you have to thug it out. Like either route you go, traditional or non-traditional. Either way, you gotta thug it out. There's really no changing the system. There's not really much an individual can do in like Gen Z or whatever, or just any individual. There's not much one individual can do to change what's happening right now overall speaking, and with the way society is structured right now. um yeah, it's not looking good, but I just say just do what you can. You got to thug it out either way you go, either route you take, and you got to make it out the mud. And with the way things are going, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I don't know what's gonna happen really, because it's like things are the most uncertain. We're living in the most uncertain times ever, possibly, or at least as of recent history, I'd say. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. Something's gonna happen. Like I feel like Gen Z is bracing. We're bracing. We're all like bracing for impact for whatever is about to come next. And whatever that is that's coming next, I don't know. You don't know. I don't know. But something's gonna give, because with the way things are going, like I said, job market, housing market, economy, stock market, um, so, like just the way overall society's headed, AI, automation. I mean, with the way things are going, how are like something has to give, because like there's a statistic recently I saw that 49% of Gen Z ages 18 to 30 live with their parents now. So that's basically like 50% of Gen Z. You're telling me half of a generation, of an entire generation, is living with their parents and nothing's gonna happen? You think there's gonna be no like aftermath consequences of that? Like, come on, are we serious right now? Like 50%, like I think that's a recent study too, just came out as well relatively recently, if I'm not mistaken. Like I can't even, that statistic sounds so dystopian, but like that's literally the reality that we live in right now. And I get it, like, the age group was 18 to 30, so like, that includes people like in college and whatever, like between like 18 and like 22. But still, bro, like 50% of an entire generation, and you're telling me that like there's gonna be no like aftermath consequences of this? Like something's gonna give at some point, because people aren't gonna be able to afford. How are we gonna be able to afford homes if we're just gonna live in the projects? And how are we gonna, excuse me, how are we gonna like get married, like start families, have kids? Like if none of that is gonna happen over with the way it's looking right now, that looks like the reality as of right now. And unless things change, something's gonna give. I don't, and that's the scariest part. We don't know what's gonna happen with that, with those consequences over the long run. The birth rate, I think if I might botch this, but the birth rate in most like developed countries or whatever is like below the birth placement level, which I think is 2.1 kids per household or something. And yeah, so it's not looking good in that realm. I mean, nothing's really looking good so far. I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen in the next 10 to 15 years. I mean, whatever timeline you want to give, but and things are rapidly changing so fast. Like it's an exponential change. Like even just with the way things have changed in the last 5 to 6 years, it's genuinely unbelievable. Um, it's funny. There was this video on YouTube I was watching, of like, there's basically, the video was about like a hypothetical simulation, scenario of like waking up from a coma in 2026, when like assuming that person went into a coma 10 years ago in 2016. And that was a video I watched not too long back. And it was funny because even though that was a 10-year span, and I'm talking about like a 5-6 year span since 2020, is genuinely, I watched that video and I was genuinely mind blown as to how many things have happened just the last 10 years alone that have already like left my head, like went over my head, that I completely forgot about. And it's genuinely like so insane, like just how much has changed in such a short pace, and such a short time frame. And COVID, that fucked everything up. That was like the line in the sand in like the time continuum of life. Held everyone back socially 2 years. Like I feel like I'm technically 20 now, but mentally speaking, if you want to call it that, I'm still feel like I'm 18, 19. And yeah, it's just like, dude, oh my god. I mean, we had the hantavirus too. I mean, people already probably forgot about that since it already went over, like it already long past. Well, I want to say long past, but about the hantavirus thing now is supposed to be the next COVID apparently, but that shit didn't break out, and that shit just kind of went dead after like a week or two scare or whatever. I don't know the exact time period of that, but so it's looking at it, it's just not looking good. And I don't know, I don't really have specific advice to give, but just do what you can. And I don't know, you're gonna have to make some shit shake. Like you're gonna have to make it out the mud at this point. It used to be rap or go to the league, like for, I don't know, like for certain minority groups of people. That used to be a popular saying, rapper go to the league. But now rapper go to the league, that phrasing, it applies to all of us now, genuinely, because I don't know. Like just look at the way things are. Like rapper go to the league. That whole phrasing, which kind of sums up what I was talking about at the like first few minutes of this video. It kind of really just sums up what the state we're facing and the state our generation is facing right now. And yeah, I get it. Like even with things like AI, you know, like maybe it might not turn out to be as bad as like people are saying right now, with the way things are projected. But and like the whole thing of like, you know, new jobs getting created with due to like old jobs being replaced, all that shit. But like overall speaking, it's the trend is going downwards in every single major aspect. So yeah, I still can't believe that statistic. That sounds so dystopian. 50%, man. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta do something. I don't know.